welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Beatrice Otie. For those new subscribers, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're old, you know the deal. If you're new, subscribe, click on that like button, share this to as many people as possible. So what's the deal? So I'm talking about all the Ontario streams that are currently open according to the website. I'm gonna leave the link in the description below. So Ontario in January 2021 of this year, they actually issued 338 notification of interest to skill trade. So this particular video, I'll be talking about the skill trade program. Don't go anywhere, like and subscribe. Let's get on board. So I believe you've subscribed. Let's get to the nitty-gritty of the federal skill trade. Now, before I move on, there was a video I did. I talked about all the streams that are open. I talked about the streams that are closed. I talked about just the federal skilled program under the Ontario Provincial Nominee. You can watch that video somewhere here. I leave it in. So you just click on the link and it takes you right there. You can see it somewhere at the top over there. But in this particular video, it's the skill trade. I think I mentioned that in the greeting. I just wanted to reiterate it. Let's get on board. So what is the Federal Skilled Trade Provincial Nominee? Federal Skilled Trade Provincial Nominee, like it's a program that are offered to only skilled individuals, only skilled and candidates that are living in Ontario. So you can't be outside, you have to be living in Ontario, right? You have to be residing in Ontario, and they have the work experience and they have the work permit. They are the only ones, you know, that are eligible for this program, right? And the government of Ontario has it open for now. So this is a great opportunity. That's why I kept on telling people, if you are thinking of if Ontario is for you, I'll be doing other provinces as well, but I just said I live in Ontario, so let me just let you guys know, you know, the programs are in Ontario. So if you know you want to study, you think this is your dream, come all the way to Ontario, get involved, get into this stream, do your research now if this is the stream for you want to use. Now in the future, I don't know if this stream will be open, but it is open right now. And if you are an international student, you just graduated and you're actually working in one of these, I'm going to dive in detail in one of these NOC codes, then feel free to use this program as a provincial nominee. So let's dive on board. So what do you need to know for the federal, for the skill trade? Oh my goodness, for the skill trade program under provincial nominee program, it's not federal skill trade is what you meet in the federal express entry system. Skill trade provincial nominee, it's skilled work experience for candidates who are residing in Ontario. So, sorry about that. So what do you need to know? You must have an express entry profile. So you must have an express entry profile under the express entry system. I'm going to leave the link in the description if you don't know what express entry is, if you're a newbie. So you have to fill in your profile. You have already told them you have Canadian work experience, which is 1 year work experience, because you have to be living in Canada, right? You tell them you have Canadian work experience, so you'll be eligible under that pathway. If you don't know what Canadian work experience program is, I will also leave it in the description below. I did a video talking about Canada experience class, so you are well cognizant about what it's about. So if you filled your information in the federal express entry system, the government of Canada, they go there, they go to the poll, and then they pick people who are living in Ontario and who have these skilled trade experiences, okay? Who have these skilled trade experiences. Now, that's why you have to have submitted your information under the federal express entry system. Now, if you are choosing a province, do not just choose Ontario. Don't make that mistake. Choose Ontario and choose other provinces, because other provinces can give you a notification of interest as well. Although if you're in Ontario, it's best, you know, you put Ontario there. But I would say always fill all the provinces, because you never know, right, which would give you a notification of interest. So fill Ontario and fill other provinces. Now, the only thing about this skill trade program is you have to be under NOC code. Their major NOC code is NOC code 72, 73, or 82. The minor one is 633. And I'm going to give an example of that NOC code. So let's say you're a contractor, you're a supervisor. Your NOC number would be 7201. So that's under the 72. Let's say you do metal forging, you do tool forging. It's 723. And that is also under 73. And let's say you're into like forestry, mining, and all that, you are under NOC level 82, right? So although they have minor, which is 633 for people who do butcher, do you know you can be a butcher, you can be butchering meat, and you're eligible for this. Don't miss this opportunity if you want to come to Canada with your family. You butcher meat, you know, you're a meat cutter, you're a baker, you bake cake. You bake cake, you are eligible under this program. Now, the only thing is, if you are going to apply under the Ontario Provincial Nominee, you pay $1,500. You pay $1,000, so it's very expensive. That's why I'm always into get Saskatoon. But for those people who they are already residing in Ontario and they have the experience, definitely use this. Okay, so let's keep going. Once the government of Canada has pulled you up and picked you and you meet one of these criteria, which means let's say your NOC level was 72 and you are a contractor or supervisor and they pick you, what you have to do, they will give you, when you create an express entry profile, they will give you a job seeker validation code. Keep that code because you will need it during your notification of interest once that is issued. You have to go into the online portal, the ONIPE portal, and you have to fill in your information there, submit your information there as well, telling them, oh my god, I do have an express entry system, your validation code, you make your payment, you submit your necessary documents. You have to do this within 45 days. If you do not complete it within 45 days, and it takes just 3 hours to finish, if you do not complete it within 45 days, the information will be withdrawn and they won't get your information, so you won't be ineligible. You'll be ineligible, yes, but you can redo it again. You can redo it again, but that is if this stream is open. Remember, Ontario Provincial Nominee Program, they close it at times, they open it, they close it, they open it. So as of right now, it could be closed, I don't know. You know, as of next month, it could be closed, I don't know. So once it's open, you want to put in your information, especially if they've given you a notification of interest, you want to grab that opportunity. Now, what are the major requirements for the federal skilled trade? For the skilled trade, I don't know why I keep saying federal, for the skilled trade program under the provincial nominee, the major requirement, you have to have work experience, 1 year work experience in Canada. So you have to be living in Canada and it has to be 1 year work experience under those NOC codes I called. So the major NOC code, which is 72, 73 or 82, the minor, which is 633, and I already gave you examples. So you have to have a work experience of 1 year. It doesn't have to be continuous, 1 year or 1,560 hours in 30 hours per week. That's a full time. However, if you want to do part time, it has to be 15 hours per week, 1,560 hours. It has to be the equivalent. You understand? You understand? You want to do things well, you have to have a legal work permit in Canada. So if you have an open work permit or you have an employer specific, just make sure you have something in Canada, right? So that, you know, there is no tori, you know, you are getting your, you know, you are getting your stuff. So make sure you have your Canadian work permit. If it expires, you can always apply for an implied permit, but just make sure. Oh no, you apply for implied work permit after you've submitted your information though, and you are waiting for a decision to be made. I wanted to correct that. Like, you cannot just apply for an implied work permit if your work permit has expired and you did not submit your information in the express entry system. Unfortunately, you have to go back to your own country. So that's why you should take advantage of take advantage of provincial nominee, because provincial nominee is quicker and you get 600 points if everything goes out successful, which we are hoping for. I always tell people, pray and seek the Lord. Pray and seek God. God will help you. I'm not ashamed. Like, Alba. Anyways, let's keep going. I just wanted to put my Nigerian there, man. Okay, so you have to have a legal status in Canada. You have to prove settlement funds. So definitely you are working in Canada, you should be able to make at least $29,000. That's what they want to see in your account. For people who are already in Canada, you can show them your pay stubs. You can show them your pay stubs. As far as they calculated it in where you make 29,000, you are good to go. CLB, the language benchmark is not a lot, it's band 5. You can write CELPIP or you can write IELTS. That's the only two I see that's approved on the provincial nominee. I don't know why they didn't put TEC or TCF. Anyways, it's because you have to be in Ontario, and that is the exams Ontario recognize. If you're going to take the French exam, I will leave the link in the description. You can also take the French exam, but it has to be either CELPIP or IELTS strictly. No TCF, no TEC. And education, you have to show your education. Now, if you came to Canada, let's say you came via spousal work permits and you did your education in your home country, you have to just do education credential assessment, because I had a friend that happened to. You have to do education and credential assessment via WES, and it's even good because they're here, right? So all you have to do is send their information. I'm going to do a video in regards to education credential assessment, how to apply. Very short video because It's not a lot of work. After proving that, once the equivalent shows it's a Canadian equivalent, it has to be BSc upward, BSc, Masters, and PhD, no high school diploma. Once you can show that, you are all set, and you've been able to prove your education. And then lastly, your intentions to live in Ontario. You have to make sure you're going to live in Ontario. They don't want to give you provincial nominee and you're going to go to a different province. Although, like, you can stay in Ontario for 2 to 3 years. Once you get your Canadian citizenship, you can move to another province, but make sure you fulfill the agreements that you're going to stay in Ontario, right, for however long it stipulates. Now, if everything is successful, they give you your provincial nominee certificate. You have to go back to the express entry, the federal express entry system, put your provincial nominee there, 600 points. My goodness, you are getting your PR. The higher the score, the higher the CRS score, the better for you, okay? So I just wanted to summarize the 6 major requirements: work experience, legal status in Canada, proof of settlement, language score, education, and intentions to live in Ontario. And you pay $1,500 for provincial nominee under the skill trade. I hope I've been able to clarify your doubts. Please do me well to like, share, subscribe, click on the notification bell, send this to as many people you believe this will be of invaluable information to them. And one thing I tell people, you will spend so much money going to a consultant. These are things you can do yourself. You understand? And in the future, I may be taking consultation, but right now I'm not a licensed representative. So that's why I just offer you the information. I really wish I had this information. You can be a baker, baking cake, and you can get your permanent residency within a short period of time. But do you know these things? If someone did not tell you, would you know? No. So do me well to like, subscribe, and share. See you on my next video.